Hi, my name is Gina Hills, and I'm here at Loops in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'll be talking to you today about how to knit a scarf using scrap yarn. And this is one of my favorites, is a stash buster. And what I do is use some of my favorite yarns that I have left over from other projects. I like to use a variety of complementary or contrasting colors and textures, like this crazy rickrack yarn. I love this. It just makes for a very interesting piece. There are a couple of important points I want to make when you make this scarf, and that is you need to cast on and bind off very loosely. Otherwise your edges will drop and the body of it will sag. So cast on, bind off very loosely. The other important part is to get your gauge and determine the length. So in this case, I checked my gauge. I knitted up a little swatch, checked my gauge. I was getting 2 stitches to the inch. I cast on 106 stitches, which gave me 53 inches. Now, I will say that with my experience with this type of novelty yarn, it grows a little bit. So I made it a little bit on the short side at 53 inches, knowing that it will probably stretch out, a good 4 or 5 inches. So you determine the length of the fringe. In this case, I have about a 6 or 8 inch fringe. And what I do is I take one of these yarns and I leave a length of yarn, maybe 8 inches, and I knit 1 row. And then I take the next yarn and I leave 8 inches and I knit 1 row. And then after the end of each row, I cut that yarn off 8 inches. So what I've done is I've made my fringe as I've gone along. And so you keep doing that using each yarn 1 row. I generally put these in a basket and I just reach down and grab one, so it's always random. If I have something very interesting like this popcorn yarn, I might put that in at a more regular pace. So anyway, this scarf is almost ready to cast off. I'll knit a couple more rows and then I will bind off very loosely like we said before. Usually I'll use a needle 2 sizes up from what I'm using to bind off loosely, and that's how you knit a scarf using scraps. A great stash buster.